Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming here today. We are going to get the brief focus program started. My name is Harry Bubbins. I'm with the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation. I'm filling in for our Executive Director, Andrew Berman, who's a touch under the weather, but I'm honored to be here with all of you here today. And as you may or may not know, Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation works to protect the architectural and preserve the cultural heritage of Greenwich Village, NoHo, and the East Village. We are a membership organization, and we are honored here today to unveil our 8th plaque as part of our historic plaque program in partnership with Two Boots. Some of the other sites that we have honored is the home of James Baldwin, the dance studio of Martha Graham, the old Fillmore East, and we are honored to be honoring this place today with our next latest plaque. We're here to honor the life and work of Chaim Gross and his legacy that continues to create and foster art here at LaGuardia Place. I want to thank Two Boots. Phil Hartman is here from our partner Two Boots, everyone at the Renee and Chaim Gross Foundation, and all of our supporters and members and trustees that allow us to do the important work that we do. First, today we'll hear from two speakers intimately familiar with Chaim's life and his work. And let me say first why Chaim's work is so important to honor for GVSHP. The Gross family chose Greenwich Village to live in 1963. And they built a home and an institution here in our neighborhood. Chaim even designed some of the first floor wooden floors in the studio space that we'll be able to visit at the end for a brief reception. The Renee and Chaim Gross Foundation continues to foster a legacy of arts and education and culture here in the village, and Chaim's work is inextricably linked to New York and the village. And we're proud to recognize him and his work, and the foundation actually was honored in 2015 with our Village Award and was part of our annual house tour, and so we're very proud to continue this relationship. Allow me now to introduce our co-sponsor from Two Boots, Phil Hartman.
Thanks. First, I want to thank GVSHP. We couldn't have a better partner. This is, I guess, our 5th year and our 8th plaque we're putting up together, and we're hoping it's going to continue deep into the future. I had the pleasure today of watching a black and white film from 1938, which is called Tree Trunk to Head, which is Chaim Gross at work. If you haven't had a chance to see that, it's on YouTube.
Our website too.
And website. It's a little blurry, but it's still fantastic. And I just wanted to say that Two Boots has been supporting local artists since 1987 when we started, and we love commemorating people from the past, like today. We also love supporting people who are working currently, and the new branch of Two Boots is going to be in Long Island City, and we just commissioned the graffiti artists from 5 Points, which was the graffiti art center in Long Island City, and they're doing a big art project for us. So we love doing this, but we think it's equally important to support the artists of today, and maybe we'll be putting up their plaques 40, 50 years from now. So thank you all for coming, and there will be pizza on that table in a little while. Oh, and one last thing. I'm lucky enough to have a piece of Mimi's hanging in my house.
And allow me to introduce Migros Gross. She is a painter, a set and costume designer, and a creator of installations. Her work is in many collections, from the Metropolitan Museum of Art to the Art Institute of Chicago, the Brooklyn Museum, the Jewish Museum, and she is Chaim's daughter. So allow me to introduce Migros Gross.
First of all, thank you everybody for coming. It's absolutely great to see you out on the street. Needless to say, my mother's last couple of years, she sat right here watching the people go by. She knew everyone in the neighborhood. My father, being a little absent-minded sometimes, had the key to the building on tape attached to this tree. And I would say, anybody can see it. He said, nobody looks up. It's really true. And this is a picture my brother found that is by Louis Hine of this building front, taken 1912. And I thought I'd pass it around for you all to look at. Other than that, it's basically thank you for coming, enjoy the insides as well as the outside, and we are totally honored to have this plaque put on the building for people to know the history of it. So enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. And now to speak on the work of the foundation is Dr. Susan Fisher. She is the Director and Chief Curator of the Renee and Chaim Gross Foundation.
I'm going to come closer. So first I want to thank Andrew Berman and the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation, also the Two Boots Foundation, for this wonderful marker of our historic site. It's a really great way to mark the rich history of the building and also Chaim Gross's legacy to New York City. On behalf of myself and our deeply committed staff who are here today, Joyce, Green, and Sasha Davis, right there, we are so proud to have this plaque on our building and to see it each day when we walk through these gates into the home and studio of artist Chaim Gross. We are so passionate about preserving and also sharing this building with you, our community. The building dates from 1873. Chaim purchased it with his wife Renee almost 100 years later in 1963. It was his final residence after many decades of having studios in the village, and he lived here until he passed away in 1991. In 1994, Renee opened the first floor of the building to the public under the auspices of the Renee and Chaim Gross Foundation, and she lived on the upper floors. Today, I'm happy to say that we have 3 floors of the building now open to the public. The space features the sculpture of Chaim Gross, which you'll be able to see in a moment when we go inside, but also over 1,000 works of African art and modern American and European art from his private collection, still installed as he had it during his lifetime. We provide a truly unique experience here, which is to experience an artist's view onto the 20th century and what it was like to live and to work as an artist in New York City. Our mission is to educate audiences here in New York City and beyond about Chaim Gross and the history of American art. We have temporary exhibitions on topics in American art, as well as related talks and lectures. We also have public visiting hours on Thursday and Friday afternoons or by appointment. But I'm happy to say that starting in January, we will be expanding our hours to include Thursday nights and also Saturday afternoons to make it easier to visit. All visiting information is on our website, rcgrossfoundation.org. And on our website, you can also join our email list for notices about our lectures and events. And as a final note, we will be open all weekend, both Saturday and Sunday on October 15th and 16th for Open House New York, which is a great 5-borough event opening up architectural treasures across the borough. So please stop by and say hello again. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, this will be videoed and up on our website, GVSHP.org. And so now we are at the moment of truth. Jill, Susan, Mimi?
We actually need a trumpet.
You go on that side.
We need a trumpet.
Okay, who's got the trumpet? Take it from the top.
Chaim Gross, 1904 to 1991. From 1963 until his death, the renowned American sculptor Chaim Gross lived and worked here. Born in the Carpathian Mountains of Eastern Europe, Gross came to New York City in 1921 and emerged as a pioneer of the direct carving method in sculpture. He is best known for his joyous wood and stone pieces that celebrate the human form. His art can be found in gardens and plazas throughout Manhattan, placed by the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation with the generous support of Two Boots.
Excellent. Everybody can make a rubbing now.
make a rubbing. You can take a picture with it, a selfie, and there's going to be a brief reception inside where you can see the studio and some of his work and have a refreshment while the pizza comes too. Thank you again for coming, and please join us.